how's it going? All right, so shot 33. It's the wide shot here of the city, and it zooms in super quick. So it's only that, and so here's ours here. There's all the stuff. And I gotta say, here it is here, and I'm gonna do a nice zoom over everything. Because, like, there is a lot of stuff in this one shot. And the thing is, it goes by so quick, you're not even going to see all this stuff. It'll just be like a lot of stuff. And then the shot of the buildings. That's pretty much what it's going to be. And it's every single tree I've made and every single building I've made is in that shot. So it is just the all-star game of background stuff. And this is the only thing. It's only that. It doesn't really move. So this is the only video for 33. So all right, let's get to 34. Here we go. Wah! For shot 33 was really just making the Los Angeles skyline, and I just used all the houses and trees I had, and it really sells it, I think. I think it looks okay. But for shot 34, this was my most ambitious scene so far. There was a lot of characters, a lot of moving parts on those characters, and they're like throwing the megaphone to each other, which then I need different sized megaphones, and there was just a lot going on and a lot to make, which really made this shot very time consuming. And but in saying that, it was the first shot where I really felt when I had it set up that it looked like a real scene. But to get to that point, I had to make, as you can see here, like tens and tens and tens of little tiny things to be put together. And it took a few days to finally get all of this stuff cut out and put together to get ready for the shot, because like I say, 34 was the first big one I had to do. Hey, what's up? We got some studio upgrades for you. I know you're very interested. First of all, we got this new pole here which extends further. I used to have to work way over there, and once I get sandbags, I'll be able to work right here, but for right now I'm working in the middle over here. It is awesome. It's gonna save my back, I'll tell you that. We also put up this shelf here. Ooh, I don't have to use the top of the litter boxes anymore, which now we got new litter boxes, so word up. And I've got this new cork board that my wife made for me out of wine corks cut into little pieces. Pretty radical. And the Beastie Boys Sabotage poster from the Beastie Boys story. Boom! New studio, looking rad. Same old studio. Guess it's like an upgrade, but still pretty wicked. Got some cool stuff to show you, but you're gonna have to watch after I smack you in the face. Sorry about that. Smack in the face is just the best way to make a transition. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, this is what we're working on today. Little megaphone throw. Ooh, nice. And here's our shot here. He doesn't have legs because you're not gonna see that part of him. Yeah. and then here it is on the actual table here. I gotta say, all this stuff, putting it all down, it took a lot, like a long time just to get everything right and in the right spot. I didn't think it would take as long as it did. But one cool thing is clouds. Look at those clouds. Aw, cute, eh? That's just like cotton balls ripped apart and then smushed under the plexiglass, and it looks pretty cool, I guess. I hope. Does it? Please tell me it does. I need to know. All right, let's see how we do. Catch you in a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of an update here for you. When I've decided, I did the plexiglass and Lego. I added that to give it a bit more depth, like I did with the last shots. But I am getting these ugly, ugly shadows here and here. And I've moved these lights around, and I don't know what to do. And I can honestly say it's the first time I've been like frustrated and like kind of snippy about it. And it's really pissing me off. So if anyone knows how to do that, I'd like to get someone who knows actually how to light things and have them come in here and be like, because the thing is, with the plexiglass, if you put the lights up too high to come down, it reflects the lights off the plexiglass and you see them. So that's an issue. But yeah, I just got to figure something out here. And yeah, we'll see. I think I'm probably just going to have to leave the shadows in. It's going to bother me. But there's shadows in life. I don't care. There's not supposed to be shadows here. So this is what I say to that. So like I said, shot 34 was the biggest, most ambitious scene I was doing so far. And so what I had to do here was like set up the scene with just the guys and the things I had already made, take a picture of it, and then use that picture as a guide so I could make all of this background stuff. And then put it all behind the plexiglass and then have the characters on top of that. This was, again, another shot where I was like, let's see what works. And again, I had to raise them up higher to make it look like they actually had some depth of field. And I was really stoked with how this shot turned out, I have to say. Well, okay, we did it, kids. Let's check it out. All right, here's the shot that we want to see. And then here is our shot. I think it turned out okay. Of course, the zooming and stuff will be in post like always, but it looks all right. I think it looks pretty cool. Here's the overall shot. This was a much trickier shot than I thought it was going to be. Like honestly, like the layers, this hand, the tie, that hand, the megaphone, his shirt, his head, his pants there. It's like to move one thing, they'd all kind of lurch. And it's just like, man, you're making me nuts. But we got it done. I think it's cool. Everybody, hands in. Woo!